Guys, we got a special delivery today that's going to change Piney Grove forever. So I got plenty of ballast on my tractor to unload this. I've got the GoodWorks tractor quick hitch with 6 70-pound weights on it, and then I also put my King Cutter tiller on here. So I think I've got probably close to 800 pounds of weight here on back of the Kubota. And then I got some very capable forks here from Land Pride, and they lift 3,000 pounds. A lot of this stuff is for Deb's animals. Unfortunately, we don't have the whole load of stalls. I was hoping to get the stalls put together this week so we could go animal shopping, but I only see 3 metal brackets for the stalls, and you need 4 to make at least 1 stall. I got plenty of space in here to put stuff, but the stalls are going on that side, so I guess I'll stack stuff over here. Those cow chutes there are going to another place in Florida, and that gate over there is going to another place in Florida. But the stalls, the plow, the rototiller, the grapple, the hay spear, the garden beds, and the wood panels for the stalls, and then the watering troughs, they all are coming to Piney Grove. Don't judge my forking skills, man. I'm gonna be putting it on YouTube for everyone else to judge, though. Let's cut the bands and move that one. Darn Kubota just won't lift it. All right, let's try that. Now it's not dragging on the trailer, is it? Yeehaw! We got it, man. So this is a prime example of why so many people think that tractor lift is important. If this tractor was at stock hydraulic pressure, therefore hydraulic lift or front loader lift, it never would have lifted that. I would have had it done at 1 pallet at a time. But I'm glad I have that GoodWorks tractor ballast in the back. Without that, I think the tractor would have tipped over forward.
Look, this is a big step because this means I get to start really seriously looking for my cows. Good Lord willing, I'll have critters in this barn within a month. Yay, good stuff. I just came back from grocery shopping. It's a great day. I think that's the wood kit for my stalls. Pretty sure that's what that is.
All right, guys, there goes Dino. He's just made the delivery. Now he's off to, I think, Spring Hill, Florida, or Gainesville. And they don't have an empty truck, and he'll go back to Tarter and pick up another load. So speaking of Tarter, shout out to Tarter. They are definitely accelerating our dream out here at Piney Grove. Everything you see unloaded off of that truck was made by Tarter and delivered here to Piney Grove for us to make videos out of. So can't say enough about them. And just like every other delivery guy that drives the big rig, super nice, super helpful. He helped me balance the load, make sure I could get it off of my tractor. And the extra weight, the ballast that the GoodWorks tractor quick hitch provided, along with my rototiller, 5-foot rototiller there, it made the tractor really, really steady. The only time we had any problem lifting anything was when the 2 pallets of wood, which are the sides of the stall, were a little bit too far forward, so we had to bring them back a little. But we're going to walk through everything that we unloaded, tell you what the plans are for it in the future. But right now, I'm going to switch it over to Miss Piney Grove because she's been watching from afar, and she actually got a little emotional earlier.
So I thought my emotional stuff was over with the house being built, but when he was bringing in those panels for the stalls, I got choked up. It's just another continuation of the dream, and this part of the dream is for my critters. So that part of the dream is really within reach. Thankful to Tarter and excited about what's going to come, hopefully within the next 4 to 6 weeks.
We're going to start by thanking you guys, the viewers. It's because of you guys that companies, great companies like Tarter, are willing to invest in us and have confidence in us to show their products. So every view that you give us, every thumbs up that you give us, every comment you give us, all of that is so much appreciated, and we would not be the Piney Grove that we are today without you guys, the viewers. So I wanted to make sure that doesn't get lost in all the noise. All right, let's start here. We've got a 6-foot rotary tiller from Tarter. And the reason I wanted a 6-footer is because over here I have a King Cutter 5-footer, and it barely covers the tracks of the tractor. And with a 6-footer, I'll get 6 more inches on either side, so that way I'll be able to till a little bit quicker. And also, I plan on getting a bigger tractor, so I'll be going to 6-foot implements in the future. Let's slide over here to the plow. This is a real heavy-duty plow. I mean, I have used many plows in my life, but the thickness of the steel on this is just, it's incredible. So I'm excited to use this on the Kubota tractor, but also I want to try it on the Summit 25 horsepower tractor, because I think in our soft soil out here that the Summit might be able to pull this. Not sure yet. That's going to be a great video. And now this thing here makes me smile. We have a grapple that came with the Summit tractor. So that is Summit's grapple, but this here is now our grapple, and this is for the Kubota. Now currently the Kubota doesn't have any hydraulics up front. It doesn't have a diverter valve or any kind of third function hydraulics up there. But I have a third function kit for the Kubota from Artilian Tractors. I just haven't had a reason to put it on. Well, now I have a reason, so I'm gonna get that kit put on so that I can use this grapple. And this is a different type of grapple than the Summit grapple, because this one has 2 cylinders, so you have independent closing here of your whatever you got inside there, the logs or whatever. Now over here we have 4 garden beds, and these will complement the garden beds we already have from Vigo Gardens. So now we have 3 from Vigo Gardens, we have 4 from Tarter, and you see how big they are. This is, you know, probably 2.5 foot wide by 8 foot long. With this, our garden should be complete, and we should have all the garden beds we need. And then we also have these garden beds, which are more of a designer garden bed, and these are for the house. They're going to be for flowers and stuff around the house, around the driveway. So we'll fill them with our famous Piney Grove screenings, so that we have that and some compost, and we'll have flowers and other greenery around the house. And this is a corner hay feeder. So you put the feed in here, the hay in here, it comes down through there, kind of catches the smaller stuff there in the bottom, and this will go in the stall. So speaking of stalls, Deb, let's go to the stalls.
Let's go to the stalls.
So just a little preview of how this will work. Our house is over there, the mega shed's over there, Deb's red barn is here, and all of it's in close proximity so we can keep an eye on the animals. So we have a separate area here. That's how the feed and all the animal supplies will come into the barn. But we put a man door here, so you can come in here when you just want to walk in and check on the animals. I'm going to let Deb talk about her stalls here, and keep in mind we need 7 pieces to make our 3 stalls, and we only have 3 pieces.
So I know that they're just panels, but honestly, look how beautiful they are. They are so beautiful. And they don't even have the wood on them yet, but they're just beautiful. And even though they're just 3 panels leaned up against the wall, I mean, honestly, how beautiful is that going to look? It's going to be so spectacular. So impressed with Tarter and Tarter products, and so grateful to them. But wow, I mean, seriously. So we're going to have 3 stalls.
So I think they're all the same size as far as 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot.
Yeah.
So they're 10 foot square. So I think if you take that corner and we were to drag it out here, we would have a 10 foot stall, then a 10 foot stall next to that one, and then one closer to the red. And the reason they're so tall is why?
Well, they're horse stalls. Our horses will not be this tall, but they are horse stalls, and who knows? Maybe I like minis so much that I decide to get a giant horse like the ones next door.
No, never going to happen. So the idea here is that you get plenty of ventilation across the top, but your animals can't escape because everyone is telling us that goats are escape artists. And then these slats right here have places where you can put wood in there, tongue and groove, 1-inch wood, so it'll be all wood panels on the bottom. So our animals are going to be safe, protected, but we'll also be able to see in there. And then when the stalls come out to here, they'll have sliding gates, and they'll also have a door, a feeding door, which that gets attached to over there, so you can open up the door, put their hay and feed in. So it's all like a system. It's not just some metal that you're going to screw together. And what we got up top here?
We've got our troughs. We've got two types of troughs. We have these heavy duty plastic, and then we've got the metal troughs over here as well.
So we got 3 metal troughs that are nested together, and that's for outside watering. And to be honest with you, I'm thinking it's almost going to be a swimming pool or something for Bella.
Yeah, they're big. They're big. And again, we're going with many animals and not a whole lot, but we'll make good use of them.
So these 2 pallets of wood here are what gave the tractor a little bit of challenge to lift, and we had to take this top section here and move it towards the tractor just to be able to lift it. But we got it off safely, and then this one was a piece of cake over here.
So this is the first time that I've seen a lot of this stuff. I came home when they were unloading it, saw some of it, put up groceries, and came back out. I think these are additional feeders.
I think these mount in the corner of the stall, but there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's one for each stall. And underneath of it, you can't see it, but we have a triple hay spear that is skid steer, quick attach compatible. And although we don't have big round bales of hay, we have the small round bales of hay. We're getting old and we don't like to lift them. So now I think I should be able to bale, and while I'm baling, instead of waiting until after I'm baling for Deb to help load them, Deb can take, say, the Summit tractor and spear them and put them on the trailer, and spear them and put them on the trailer. So I'm sure she's looking forward to that.
I kind of am, actually. I didn't say I'd be good at it. I'm just kind of looking forward to it.
All right, guys, we just wanted to let you know about this partnership. Be sure to check out Tarter stuff. They are just been absolutely fabulous, so good to us. We feel so blessed and thankful. And again, thankful for you guys watching us. Stay tuned, because in the coming weeks, we'll be putting all this together. Deb's going to be shopping. I think she's going to be using her Toyota Highlander to bring animals home. That's what she's telling me anyway. But I'm going to throw it over to Deb. She's going to close out the video for us.
Well, that pretty much wraps it up. The big thing is stay tuned. We've got a whole lot happening, and we're excited to share it with you, and we're excited to take you along. We're excited to show you what we end up with and how this barn ends up with. But in the meantime, you guys take care, be kind, and Brad would say tractor hard.
So what Brad would say is life's short, tractor hard, and check out these 2 videos right here. They're totally awesome.